Starting lineups just announced. We're just about set for basketball. We'll be back in a moment.
They gon' know me as legendary. When he stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married.
Yes, sir. Come on, bring it. How about that pass? Come on, that was amazing. Nice.
Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Brian, as the NBA pivots away from the post and towards the perimeter, we're seeing more teams employ three-guard lineups to great effect, trading some size for skill. We'll see if the trend continues, but guys, for now, it seems that even if there's only one ball, having multiple ball handlers can be very effective.
Very interesting, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Cam Johnson.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for Dallas, Finney-Smith at small forward with Porzingis at the 4. Jalen Brunson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Powell in at the 5. And right around the midpoint of the season, Clark, certain teams seem to take it to another level.
Well, I think coaching staffs figure out rotations better, Brian. Plus, we see the offseason additions fully integrated into the team, and that makes for a smoother unit.
Now here's Paul, continuing to put up the points, averaging 14 per game. And the shot goes.
Chris Paul's mid-range game is good as anybody's in the league. Once he sees an opening in the defense, he gets busy.
Booker against Brunson. Powell, a screen on Booker. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Tries the spin move. And here's Doncic outside. Hits the trifecta.
Boy, it's so impressive to see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
And Ayton gets it to go.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And Grant, after a training camp invite back in 2016, undrafted rookie Dorian Finney-Smith making the Mavs roster. It was a big deal. They saw a 3-and-D potential in this young guy.
Well, the effort and tenacity have been there from the beginning. And now the shot is coming along too.
Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
A versatile scorer. At 6'5", Booker has enough size to make plays in the painted area.
Brunson against Booker. Left side Porzingis. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
And Doncic with the jam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Kleba, he's checked in for Powell. Brown comes in for Porzingis. Bullock, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Hardaway is subbed in for Brunson. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. McGee, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Shamet, he's checked in for Booker. And Payne is subbed in for Paul. Here's Shamet. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Pass to Johnson. This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And Cameron Payne is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
.32 seconds left in the first. Hardaway, the pass to Doncic. Off target with the three. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Outside Payne. Down low. The fader. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, question the shot difficulty.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Suns on top, up 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And he's always been a coach on the floor. Chris Paul is a communicator.
With anything, whether it's business, work, relationships, whatever, it's communication. And I think that's something that we're doing an amazing job of right now. And that's communicating, talking through things, and making sure, even when it gets tough, that we continue to communicate.
CP3 never shy, Grant.
Never shy indeed. Always holding himself and his teammates accountable.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, the duo inside, Johnson and Ayton. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. DeAndre Ayton being the #1 pick in 2018, his potential is obvious. With this team on the rise, he's looking to impose his will on a nightly basis. Ayton said, quote, "I know how hard I work and what kind of a player I am. I'm trying to take over every possession, being more dominant every game."
Oh, a scary thought, Allie. Thanks. And he drops it first. Well, at the wing position, Grant, you were one of the league's best passers. Which wing players stand out to you in that category now?
You know, I mean, it may sound arrogant of me to say this, but LeBron, Luka Doncic, guys like that who really read the floor, they understand and can pick apart defenses at any position. Those two are ones that stick out the most.
Hits both from the stripe. And Mikal Bridges, man, has he grown in this league, growing more and more deadly with that shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's increased the amount of threes he takes. He's gone from average shooter to a great one. A fantastic option to have out there on the wing.
Hardaway, no good. The Suns leading. Bridges outside. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Unable to get that one. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Outside Brunson. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Suns on D. Outside Finney Smith. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. Finney Smith's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Here's Ayton. Tries again. The kick out to Paul. Ayton, a screen on Brunson. Paul passes to Ayton. And the basket is good. Ayton's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Paul is so good at shredding defenses in the pick and roll. He seems to always be one move ahead.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Porzingis with a screen on Paul. And Brunson, here we go. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go. Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Ball against Brunson to the inside. Porzingis for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Boy, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Ball against Brunson. Hardaway with a screen on Paul. Here's Brunson. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Monty Williams, and Coach, certainly some areas to correct moving forward. What have you seen so far?
We had a few breakdowns on defense. We got to recognize personnel. We've given up a few open shots to guys we talked about. We'll be better as we go forward. We got to get out and run, but our defense will help us run more.
It all starts on D. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Hello and welcome to what a first half for cool hand Luka Doncic.
So far, he's been totally in the zone offensively. Defenders haven't been able to throw him off balance or stop him from getting any way he wants to go on the floor. As long as he can stay this locked in, he's going to be trouble on that end of the floor.
All right, time to see how the Western Conference is stacking up.
Looking at Dallas, they've been hanging around the upper echelon, playing with good energy. Feels like the chemistry is right with this team. They put themselves in the championship discussion.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Finney Smith at small forward with Porzingis at the 4. Luka Doncic is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Powell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. And that sends Luka Doncic to the free throw line. It goes on Chris Paul.
And he says he needs to improve his game in a lot of areas. But you ask me, Luka Doncic is one of the most complete players you'll find.
Luka Doncic. Shooting 1.
One shot.
That's good from Doncic. And you talk about the overall game of Doncic. He's a tremendous passer, a tremendous rebounder, and we know he can score.
And that's what defines the great players. Even if his shot's off on a given night, he has other ways to impact the game.
Now here's Crowder. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock at 4. Here's Paul. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
So good seeing Paul drain these shots. Superb at rising up and stroking it with confidence.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Phoenix Suns are enjoying a renaissance. Big man DeAndre Ayton said, quote, from starters to the bench players, this team is well balanced, and we compete. We challenge each other every day. To be honest, it's the best team I've ever been on throughout my career. Guys, they are confident.
That they are, Allie. Thanks. Booker, good.
You love the intensity on Booker's drive. Cutting in like there's nothing the defense can do to stop him.
And Dallas calls time here.
Despite being the consensus college player of the year back in 2018, Jalen Brunson wasn't drafted until the second round. No surprise he's made himself into a quality NBA player. Great IQ and hard work has paid him.
Come on and get loud for your Mavericks dance team.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Kleba, he's checked in for Powell. Brown comes in for Porzingis. Bullock, he's checked in for Finney Smith. And it's Ntilikina in for Brunson. Now here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Knocks it down from distance. And 2 national titles at Villanova for Jalen Brunson. Clark, why do you think he slipped to the second round?
Well, it's hard to say, B.A. You know, the draft is more art than science, and guys slip for whatever reason. But if you're a pro and you get into a situation where you can prove how good you are, then you'll hang around in the league. Great college players may not have star potential, but he's truly a long-time NBA pro.
Here's Ntilikina. Kleba outside. Pass to Brown. From deep. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. And now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
Bridges passes to Crowder. Back to Bridges. To the left wing. And here's Payne outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Doncic, no good.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Here's Bridges. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Doncic against Payne. Doncic with it. From behind the arc. Pure from three-point range. Doncic has got 17. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Dallas, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. Jay Crowder is out there with Cameron Johnson. And it's McGee in at the center position. Here's Paul. He gets it in there.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Doncic for 3. Hardaway. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
You know, you look at Hardaway Jr. right now. I think efficiency is everything, should be the priority for him. I think he has the talent, no doubt, but just needs to play to his strengths a little bit more.
That one's off. Powell, he's checked in for Kleba. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. And he's good on the second. The Mavericks making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. And he nails the third.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a two-possession game.
Pass to Johnson. And he's going for the oop here. Hardaway with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. They grab their own miss. Porzingis laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
No substitute for hustle and hard work, and Porzingis getting the bucket because he put both into effect there.
And Paul gets it to go.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. Wing shot on the way. The shot off that time. And Phoenix will come the other way. And it's Paul off the drive. It's tipped.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Booker against Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Dallas?
We've seen them make the extra effort defensively, rotating, closing out airspace, and sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Bridges, he's checked in for the Suns. Payne comes in for Chris Paul. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Pass to Payne. There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your Mavericks dance team.
Brunson is checked in for the Mavericks. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for Dallas was getting across in the huddle. And he was emphatic in telling his players not to let up at this point. He told them to stay active on defense and contest every single shot. He said, quote, "We worked too hard to get this lead. Let's protect it," trying to keep them focused down the stretch.
And Allie, thank you for that.
And crazy fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, fans. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your Mavericks dance team.
Here's Booker. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
There's nothing you can do if you're the defense. Booker is so solid at muscling shots in through contact.
Now here's Doncic. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final Buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Booker against Brunson. Throws it up high. Money.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
And the Mavericks with possession here. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Mavericks dance team. Substitution for the Suns.
And Phoenix has possession. Left side Johnson. Jacks up a 3. And they recover it. Pass to Payne from deep 3-point range. It's not going to go for him. Here's Ntilikina. And so the Mavericks take the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Luka, you played well tonight, and your team got the win. Those two usually go together, but what else made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. You know, I think it was a great game today. You know, we step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Team defense goes a long way. Thanks, Luka.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. Last but not least, here is your New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.